Hi, this is Nick Astor with TriplePundit.com. I am here at the World Future Energy Summit 2013 in Abu Dhabi, the United Arab Emirates, and I am here with Dr. Nawal Al-Hosany. She is the Director of Sustainability for Masdar, as well as the Director of the Zayed Future Energy Prize. Doctor, thanks very much for joining me. Our readers are relatively familiar with Masdar and what's happening at Masdar City. I wonder if you could tell us a little bit about what has been learned over the last year at Masdar City specifically, and what kinds of lessons have now been applied outside of Masdar City in Abu Dhabi and beyond.
One of the main things that we learned in Masdar is that some of the design theories that hasn't been tested before were actually working in practice. You can actually use the environmental elements to make your design sustainable, at the same time reduce your construction and your technology investment cost. So if you oriented your building in the right way in relation to your city, you don't need to invest so much in your conditioning system, for example. If you manage to orient your terraces and your balconies and your shading in the right way in relation to your windows, you can still have, the access to view, you can still have your glazing, but at the same time, you don't need to jeopardize on your energy efficiency of the building. So all this gave us a lot of lessons that we fed into our partners, our stakeholders in Abu Dhabi on the development of the building codes of the UAE, which is, for example, we have Dama in Abu Dhabi, which is like the lead and the preem in the US, but the difference is in the UAE, this is actually a mandatory requirement, so it's part of your permitting process. So we managed to incorporate some of the things that we learned in the process of building Masdar City into the benefiting of the new buildings in Abu Dhabi. Addressing supply chain was something that was very important, and it's one of the things that we are very proud of, that we introduced a new line of sustainable materials into the city by showing the benefits of using it in Masdar City. So having this continuous dialogue with our stakeholders outside actually in Abu Dhabi or in the UAE, and even internationally by our participating in all these conferences and presenting the lessons learned and the knowledge and sharing it is what we are proud of.
That's great. Now, one thing that you mentioned was Estidama, which is similar to something like LEED, like that we have in the United States. And it's a mandate. Can you tell us how that's been mandated and how that's been received in the building community at large here in Abu Dhabi?
It is mandated by, again, you have the permitting department, which is Abu Dhabi municipality, and there have been some alignment between the two organizations and make sure that every new building that gets a permit has to go through the Dama certification process. It has been perceived in a very positive way, because what the Urban Planning Council did was a lot of engagement with the industry at large. So they had seminars and trainings for the architects, for the designer, for the contractors, for the buildings owners, and again, we offered our platforms for and our materials database. We have a platform we called Future Build, which is basically an online database for different building materials and appliances, sustainable appliances and building materials that are available locally, and people can tap into it.
And tonight, we're looking forward to the Zayed Future Energy Prize. Are we, anything that you can tell us about tonight, what we should be looking forward to?
Well, the one thing I know for sure, it's going to be a very, very exciting night. We are having all our finalists now in Abu Dhabi, and everybody's anticipating and looking forward to announce the winners. We will be awarding $4 million to 5 different categories, and one of these categories is the global high schools. And for the first time, we'll be awarding a school or schools. This year, we're going to be awarding 4 schools: one from the Americas, one from Europe, one from Africa, and one from Asia. And each school will be awarded $100,000 to implement a sustainable projects into their school. So it's all exciting, and we would like you to be there.
Well, to seeing it, you can follow along with us on Twitter tonight when we'll announce the winners of the prize. And we thank you very much for your time.
Thank you very much, and I hope you enjoy the summit.
Thank you.
Thank you.